Hello. Good evening and welcome to your sleep clinic appointment today. Thank you for booking with us. I am your sleep specialist doctor today, and I will be doing a thorough examination to test if there is maybe a physical cause of your unfortunate insomnia. So, is it your first time at the clinic here? Okay, then I'll just explain a little bit about how it works. So, I am a professional sleep doctor. I do not do sleep trials or anything like that, but here we do look at cases of insomnia and we try to see if there's any physical, deeper reason for the patient's insomnia, and if there is, then we treat it. If on the off chance our services are not enough to treat the patient's insomnia, of course we do write referrals to sleep trials or maybe energy clearing therapists or readers and things like that to maybe try some other more holistic methods. But I think it's great that you booked an appointment with us today, so I'm gonna do my best to inspect you, and we'll see if we can't get to the root of your insomnia and your sleep troubles, okay? Okay, so I do have my notebook right here. I do like to ask the patients just a few questions about their lifestyle and habits before we get into the physical exam. So I just have my notebook right here. Okay, so how long have you been suffering from insomnia or general sleep troubles? Okay, so this has been kind of a ongoing, definitely ongoing bout. Okay, that's good to know though that it didn't just come up out of nowhere. Okay, and about how many hours of sleep per night do you think you get on average? Okay. No, it's not the worst I've heard. It could be worse. It could always be worse. No, it's not that bad. It's not great, but we'll get him up there. We'll get you up there. Okay, so next question. When you are getting those minimal hours of sleep, do you find that you sleep through the night, or do you wake up a bunch of times? Okay, so it's maybe a little hard to sleep through the night. Okay, so minimal sleep and then not very consistent. Okay, that's about in line with what we expect here at the sleep clinic, but just, good to know. Okay, and have you tried any medicinal avenues to cure this issue, such as melatonin, or maybe, magnesium? I've heard that magnesium before bed is actually pretty good. Okay, so not really. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Those things are good sometimes, but maybe not too much. Okay. And how is your diet and lifestyle? Like, what are your daily habits? Like, walk me through a day in your life. Okay, so there's definitely some caffeine use. Okay. Maybe more so in the morning. Okay. Oh, but sometimes, sometimes you do have caffeine at night, but it makes you tired. Okay, that is possible. I've heard of that happening. I've had that happen to me too. Yeah. But even with it making you tired, it's still hard to sleep. Okay. And dare I ask, I might get scared. I might start to get scared. What's your screen time? This is a judgment-free zone. Full disclosure, my screen time last week was 11 hours per day. Yeah. Okay, and do you use it right before bed? Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I know it's not great to hear, but our bodies do not like that super close blue it does. It really does mess with it. So, there may well be a physical cause for your insomnia. Unfortunately, human beings can be sleepless for a wide variety of reasons. It could be physical reasons, mental reasons, physiological reasons. So hopefully we're gonna rule out any physical causes today. Well, I do a little bit of a physical exam on you today, okay? Okay. So this will work basically like a pretty normal physical, okay? So just let me know if there's anything that you may be uncomfortable with during the course of the exam, okay? I'll try to explain everything that I'm doing so you can be reassured. Okay, perfect. So the first thing I'd like to do actually is take your blood pressure. So can you stick your arm out for me? Kind of just moving it in the position. Okay, thank you. So I'm just gonna touch your arm. I do have the blood pressure. I'm just gonna. Okay, so now we're going to have it expand just for maybe about 10 seconds. Okay, so it won't be too difficult or too constricting for that long, okay? Okay, I'm gonna unhook it now. Okay, thank you. And the reading on that, okay, that's a pretty good reading. That's really good to hear because prolonged periods of insomnia can actually raise blood pressure. So we just want to make sure that those numbers are nice and normal. Okay. So another kind of maybe unknown element of possible reasons for insomnia are actually sinus issues. Yes, that good old ENT, that ear, nose, and throat, system, because it's all connected, right? Did you know that your teeth can even be connected? Yeah, so if you've got like a pain in your tooth or anything, it could actually be connected to your sinuses. The human body is amazing. So I'm just gonna grab some gloves and then just touch your face and your sinuses a little bit so we can see if there's any puffiness, okay? Okay. Yes, it's actually pressure can be a very big cause of insomnia. And like I said, most people are not even aware because they dismiss, headaches. People can get headaches for such a wide variety of reasons, but sinus pressure is also one of them. Okay, so first I'm actually going to feel along your neck, see if your lymph nodes or anything are swollen in there. So just stay nice and still for me while I just... Okay, goodness, your neck does not seem swollen in any way. I'm going to move on to the face. I'm going to touch a little bit below your eyes, just sort of gently pat below your eyes. Okay, make sure nothing is swollen over there. I'm gonna reach around to your ear too, and on the other side. Just very lightly tapping, very lightly tapping the face. And this is hurting in any way. Is there any pressure? Okay, just let me know if there's any pressure. I'm just gonna press a little more firmly on the sinus area. Remember to let me know if there's any pressure or any pain that you may be feeling. Alright, so it seems like there is no sinus pressure in the main areas of the face, which is great. I am, however, going to inspect the ears. I'm going to inspect the ears. I'm going to inspect the outside, and then we're actually going to use the otoscope to look inside as well. Just want to be as thorough as possible. Just want to see if there's any maybe damage inside the ear canal or any kind of impacted eardrum. You know, I think you would definitely feel it, but maybe you have really strong pain tolerance or something. So I just want to get in there and see what's happening. Yeah. And let's just do a little quick hearing test. Can you tell me which side you can hear? Good, perfect. Now. Good, great job. Now. Okay. Yes, that was both. So I did finish checking the outside. Just gonna take my gloves off and gonna use the otoscope. That's a pretty it's a pretty long tool. So I don't need to have any gloves on. I can get nice and close, but the tool will separate us, so don't worry, it's very clean. I am just gonna cleanse my hands though. Can never be too careful in a doctor's office. It's been getting so hot lately. You know, that's another thing. I'm going to go into all the things that you can do to maybe sleep a little better at the end. But human beings generally like colder temperatures while they sleep. Can maybe it's a bit on the warmer side. Okay, of course it's good to be warm. We don't want to be freezing. But in terms of comfortability when you're sleeping, humans tend to wake up more when they're warm. Yes. And with temperatures increasing, it's just good to be aware of. Okay. Okay, let me grab the otoscope. So far it seems like there is no notable problems, which of course is good. Which may be a bit frustrating though if you've been struggling with this for a while. So just a reminder that even if we don't find anything, I can still refer you to an even specialist. Okay, going in. Thank you. I'm just gonna note down what we talked about with the whole ears situation and also the fact that you have allergies. Okay. Yeah, about the whole ears leaking liquid thing. It's not weird. It's actually pretty common. But excessive leaking or liquid earwax can actually be a whole host of other problems, not quite connected to insomnia, but you know, I can write you a referral for that too. So your allergies, are they seasonal or are you the unfortunate all-year allergy sufferer? Do I suffer? Is that you? Okay. Do you take allergy medication on the regular? Okay. I'm actually going to look a little bit in your nose. It's not weird. It's only weird if you make it weird. So just stay still. I'm just gonna go. Just look up for me. Thank you. I did see a bit of irritation there. That's probably from the allergies that we mentioned earlier. Okay, gonna check the other side. Okay, nothing too concerning in here, just kind of the standard allergy, but there's no like deviated septum or anything that would be causing like excess buildup of anything, which is good. Okay, glad we checked this. Now, one more aspect of your whole face head system I'd like to check. I would like to check your throat just to see if there's any irritation. Another common factor in insomnia or people who have poor sleeping habits or poor sleeping abilities, like inability to sleep through the night, is actually something called acid reflux. And there are a few different ways that can actually manifest. It's not just getting heartburn. Yeah, it's acid reflux that I want to check. And I just want to check to see if your throat is red or irritated. Okay, so can you open really wide for me? Say 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, I'll do it too so it's not embarrassing. Okay, just keep going. Okay. No, you gotta keep ahhing. Okay, it does not seem to be any more red or irritated than the usual redness and irritatedness of a typical throat, so I think we are in the clear with that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. So I know it's probably not exactly what you were expecting or hoping to hear. You know, sometimes when people come to the doctor, it's like a fantasy to be told, oh, you're just missing the vitamin. If you just take this vitamin, then yeah, everything will be cured. Unfortunately, it's a little more complicated than that. It's a little more complicated than that a lot of the time. So I am going to write you 2 referrals. 2 referrals. And you can decide what you want to do with them. So the first referral is actually going to be to a sleep trial. Like a sleep, it's where you go overnight. They're going to test to see if you have sleep apnea, which is something that I cannot test in the moment. You have to actually physically be sleeping. So don't worry, this will all be covered by insurance and no need to panic. This is totally free for you, so no worries. It's going to be an overnight sleep study. Okay. And the second one is actually going to be for a So here are your 2 referrals. In the meantime, though, I would like to give you a few recommendations, from me to you. So my first recommendation is to try and go to bed at the same time every single day. I know it's really hard. I know. I know it's really hard. It's like the hardest thing in the universe, but humans do respond best to consistency, so it's good to try and go to bed at the same time. Easier said than done, but do your best. Also, I would suggest not looking at your phone for an hour before you go to bed. I know that's also a very difficult, if not impossible task, but I think you can do it. Let's start with 1 night a week for that one, okay? Okay, and also, I know you're gonna hit me with every doctor who says this, but if you exert yourself physically throughout the day, it may be easier to fall asleep. So maybe start with some gentle stretching, or a simple 10-minute walk, and work your way up some more, so you can get your body a little bit tired, so you're not sitting in bed going, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Yeah. I understand insomnia is a very, very unfortunate affliction to be suffering with, but I'm still glad that you took the first step to come in today. I'm sorry that we could not find anything more conclusive, but I guarantee that we'll be able to fix your insomnia one day.